That's me up there.
There you
Yep.
go.
I didn't know that.
And who are you?
And my name is Gary Smith. This
Okay.
is the Do Remember program. And we're here today with Marie and Kathy.
Good
Because you're both on the
morning.
same screen. And it's interesting. I fill up one screen, you two fill up one screen. What is, what's that all about?
There we are.
But you're filling up less and less of the screen every day.
That's right. There's Tom George
Good morning.
and Fast Eddie.
Good morning.
And we'll go back to me for a minute. So, there you go. You've been introduced.
Okay.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
We're official.
Hope you're surviving this heat.
Now we're going to go to the phones and we're going to talk about what you did to cool off when you were younger and or even today if it, maybe you don't have AC today. Some people probably still don't have it. You poor slobs.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah. I don't know how people
But
do that.
let's,
don't know.
let's see what Steve Areno has to say.
Oh, it's Mr. Busy.
Oh, we're off to a roaring start here today. All right, let's try this again. I'm just going to go right to the next call.
You probably.
There we go. Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Good morning. My name is Annie. I'm from Fall River.
Oh, hello, Annie.
Hello, Annie from Fall River.
Well, hello.
Hi. Well, when I was a kid, 5 or 6 years old, I used to live on Martha's Vineyard. And what we did to cool off was we'd go diving for coins just outside the ferry boats when they came in to land in the harbor. And we'd dive down and we'd say, throw a coin down here, and people would throw, well, the nice people would throw quarters and the mean people would throw pennies. Anyway, so we take our change, and when we were totally dived out, we'd go and buy ice cream at the Harbor Light store.
Well, I
That's
think
a
you. I
great
think
way.
Annie, you're going to win the prize for the most for the most different way of all our listening audience to cool
wonderful.
off. That's cool. That's
Well,
very cool.
It's a good thing my mom isn't around anymore, because if she ever found out, she would have killed me.
Now, where in the vineyard did you live?
In Vineyard Haven,
Vineyard Haven.
right on Beach Street. Yeah, right around the corner from where the ferry boats came in.
Okay. Now, which is
Nice
the
way to
dry
go.
town? Edgartown? Is that the dry town?
No, well, I don't know if they. Yeah, I think Edgartown's dry, but Vineyard Haven is definitely dry. Edgartown might be. I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I've been there.
Yeah. Okay.
That's great.
Yeah,
Yes.
nice.
Okay, thanks for listening.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
calling.
calling.
Call back.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
Okay.
wonderful. Thank you.
Yep. Bye bye.
I had a girlfriend in Martha's Vineyard.
We forgot to get a vote for the.
that I had to keep on getting on the ferry to go see her on weekends, and that got old real quick.
Got to remember the vote.
The vote?
Yeah, we didn't get a
The
vote.
vote. We didn't get a
Song
vote.
vote.
Yeah, Annie, we
She-
didn't get a song vote.
Yeah, she told a
That's
good
okay.
story.
That was a good story.
Yep.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Yes,
Oh,
Hello,
Steve.
here I am.
Where?
Hi, Gary.
Yeah, hello.
Dope is here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who am I voting for today?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. They're
Well,
pretty.
you got a 50-50 shot. Go for it.
Tom's.
They're kind of close.
Slide.
Under the boardwalk.
Auntie
The
Griselda.
boardwalk is correct. I'm voting for the Drifters. Hold on, the dope wants to talk to you.
Oh no.
Okay.
The Drifters.
Ooh.
Two for the
thank you.
drifters.
All right.
All
That's all
right.
he's got to say. The drifters.
Where are we going for
That's a
lunch today?
first.
I'm going to Betty's.
You're going to Betty's. Well, the dope doesn't want to go to Betty's because he's a dope. I like Betty's because you get free dessert.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we won't see you today. 'cause
You won't.
The dope doesn't want to go there,
Yep.
but he is a dope.
Yep.
So thank you very much.
All righty.
Bye, Steve.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Steve.
All
Bye.
right. Bye-bye. He's paying, so he gets to choose. Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Good morning, it's Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
Bobby.
You skipped over the nieces answering the call.
It's your day off today.
It's a holiday.
It is?
Yeah, Juneteenth. It's a federal
Juneteenth.
holiday.
The office is closed.
If you say so.
Hey, I have
I
it
didn't
off
say
today. I'm not working,
The federal government told us that.
Okay.
but I'm not getting paid.
My company has very, very few holidays. We're lucky we get Christmas and Thanksgiving off.
Thank you.
So between the two songs, I got to go with Under the Boardwalk.
Woohoo! Guess who's making supper tonight right now?
Oh, it's early yet.
Right now?
Remember yesterday?
I know. Gary was losing
Oh, I
big
know.
time.
That
Just-
begging was ridiculous.
Justice will
I wanted
prevail.
to call you and just tell you off yesterday.
That's funny.
I was all upset.
All right, and you said, how did we cool off when we were growing up?
Yep.
Well, I grew up in southeastern Oklahoma on the Arkansas border. We didn't have AC.
I'm sure.
Wow.
Probably still
We
don't.
had a box window fan. It was made by Lasco. It was probably just under 3 feet wide by 3 feet.
That's what we used to do.
Yep.
And it sounded like a small Cessna airplane.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We didn't actually get AC until I was in high school. And that was in our apartment in Franklin, in Glen Ghettos. And it was a slide-through unit in the living room. Fortunately, my apartment right now has central air, and when it gets warm in there, because I'm on the second floor, I'll reluctantly turn it on.
Wow.
Right now, the window's down in my truck, so, you know.
There you go.
Well, owning cars, I didn't own a car with working AC until I was in my early 40s.
You know, my '57 Dodge has the vent windows, which you open up, and the cowl vent, which is great because that gets your feet all nice and cool.
Yep.
And
My
as long as you're moving, you're fine. If you stop,
Yep.
and if you're in traffic, you're gonna die.
They call that air conditioning V55. Vent windows at 55.
I miss those vent
Yeah.
windows. We don't have them on cars anymore.
No, we don't.
When I lived in Tucson, I was very happy that my house, well, they called it central air. It was basically a swamp cooler on the roof. But I ran from my air-conditioned car to my air-conditioned house very quickly. So, but, and that is it for heat-related things. And
All right,
That's cool.
that's it.
we have to go to a break. We'll be right back.
Thanks, Bobby.
OM 1240. When it comes to emergency service for plumbing and heating, you can't beat C.J. Nemus, 37 Corey Street in Woonsocket. C.J. Nemus offers over 15 years of experience and is licensed in both Rhode Island and Massachusetts. C.J. Nemus offers complete heating system service, plumbing, water heaters, plus drain and sewer cleaning. Remember that senior citizens receive a 10% discount. So give Charlie a call today at C.J. Nemus, 769-4776. They're registered with the Better Business Bureau. They're a master plumber with quality service. It's the only way and the best way. With C.J. Nemus, call today, 769-4776 for C.J. Nemus.
Every once in a while, you meet a businessman that you just can't wait to do business with. Steve Peluso of Peluso Precision Automotive at 93 Blackstone Street in Mendon, Mass. is such a man. He specializes in mechanical repairs of vintage and classic cars. And if you don't have one, you'll want to have one just to share the experience with Steve. Maybe you had one in the past, never had a resource like Peluso Precision Automotive to keep it running and chase down parts for you, but now you do. Stop in and see Steve, and Steve will steer you in the right direction. Call Peluso Precision Automotive at 508-478-8900. That's 508-478-8900.
It's Imperial Cars Summerfest Savings Event, and the deals are hot. Take advantage of savings up to $15,000 and rates as low as 0% financing on our most popular new vehicles and 5.49% on used. We've got the area's largest inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and even commercial vehicles too. Don't miss these sizzling summer deals. ImperialCars.com.
In case you're wondering what we do during the break, we listen to Kathy.
Gary, you better watch
Chatty
yourself.
Kathy.
All right, well, we'll sit here and say nothing then.
Well,
we'll
no,
just look
but
at
you're
each other.
telling all these wonderful stories about how you were staying cool, but you're supposed to wait till you're on the air to do that.
Oh well, okay. I'll repeat them.
Yeah, no, don't.
Although I
don't
don't,
chew
I
your
know
cabbage
I'm
twice. It's
I'm
not
too
good.
chatty for certain people out in the listening audience.
So, um,
I can't help
Good.
it.
Touche.
good morning.
And good morning to you too.
Good morning.
To the whole crew.
Who's this?
This is Dan over in Blackstone,
Hi,
Hey,
Dan.
Dan.
in the woods.
In the woods.
By trees. I don't have to put air conditioning on hardly ever.
That's
Well, that's
nice.
good.
Well, that's nice.
I'm just surrounded by trees. Anyways, Sly and the Family Stone, hot fun in the summertime.
Thank you, Dan.
Okay.
Great song.
All right, Dan, you a first-time caller?
No.
No, I call all the time.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I call, every once in a while. Depends on what's going on, if I'm busy or not. You know how it can be.
Well, I'm glad you called today.
Yeah,
Yes,
please
thank
call
you.
again and again.
Yeah.
I certainly will.
So what did you do when you were a kid?
How did you cool off?
I was a fortunate person, grew up in a nice cul-de-sac. Dad was an insurance salesman, made a lot of money, so we had a built-in pool.
Nice. Very nice.
Ooh, and lots
Remember
of
the
lots of
cement?
friends, I imagine.
It was a 16 by 32.
Ooh, that's a nice size
Yeah.
pool.
It's a big pool.
Nah, not really. That's the smaller of the size. 20 by 40 was if you had the money, you know.
Oh.
40. 16 by 32 was the smaller
That's
one.
not a pool.
There
That's a
was-
pond.
There was six feet,
That's
Yeah.
6 feet in the deep end and 3 feet in the shallow end.
Wow.
That's a good size.
That sounds like what you had.
We had
when you-
8.5 feet in
Yeah.
the deep end.
Well, we have an above ground pool right now. It's 16 by 32.
That's what I have now. I have an above ground.
Yeah.
Right now I'm in the process of opening it up. I'm draining
Yeah.
the water off of the cover as we speak.
Us too.
When I was a kid, we did have a built-in, and it was 16 by 32, and we had a diving board, which you can't have anymore.
Oh, we had a diving board. It was made of wood. My dad just bought a big plank of wood and mounted it up.
That was so much fun. So much fun. Just
Can't
going.
have diving
Have a
boards
diving
anymore?
No.
board anymore. What-
No.
No,
Insurance.
insurance won't cover it. Yeah.
And injuries. Head
Oh.
injuries.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. How about slides?
I
I
think they're
don't-
okay. I think
I don't
slides
know.
are okay.
That's another rich person thing. We didn't have a slide either.
No.
We didn't have
No.
that.
But there's a lot of upkeep with those, and then you have to have water has to be running all the time on it, 'cause it's got to
Yes.
be wet so you can slide down.
Yeah, otherwise you get
that
stuck.
squeaky noise and you get a slide bird.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh. Those
In
are
the
no
sun.
fun.
Ooh, I remember that.
How about those hot metal slides in the park when you were a kid? You got on it was like, woo!
You
Yeah.
burned yourself all the way
Your
down.
hands and feet came up, and you hoped that your shorts were long enough to keep it so you didn't get burned.
Yep.
All right, guys, have a good one.
Okay.
All right,
Thanks,
thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Good morning. To my speaking.
Good morning. Do you remember crew?
One of us.
Rose.
Whoa, good topic today. What do we do to cool off? Well, I think Fast Daddy would remember this.
Yes,
when we-
I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, there was a man-made cemented surrounded pool.
The cement
in
pond.
concrete or cement inside of Social Park.
Social Park.
Social
cement
Ocean,
pond.
isn't it?
No,
No,
cement.
Social
was
Ocean was
different?
actually a pond. It was
Oh,
a
was
little
it?
pond,
Oh,
yeah.
was it?
Yeah, this was a cement pond inside
This
Social
was
Park.
a cement pond inside Social Park.
If you're gonna
right
say
on the
it's,
side of the ball
if you're gonna say it right. It's a cement pond.
Yes.
Cement.
Cement. yes.
Yeah, and every
That's how we cooled off.
hey Moose. Every night they drained it, and every morning they filled it up.
Wow.
They certainly did,
Yep,
Fast Eddie.
yep.
You're right there. Yeah, they certainly did. But to go back, and then they discontinued this program because this was sponsored by people who activists who took care of kids every day at the ballpark. I think you know what I'm talking about, Fast Eddie.
Yeah,
They had a program there where every day they would set up sandwiches.
they had all
set
kinds of
up
crafts and stuff to do.
craft,
Yeah.
games to be played, visit other parks.
Yeah,
And this is what their jobs. They were socialists, and they took care of the kids. But that particular program was discontinued. I think as it got maybe into the early 60s. And they didn't fill that cement thing anymore with water because they didn't have the people to sponsor and take care of the kids during the summer.
yeah, they have a
So what did
lifeguard.
we do? It didn't bother us. We thought, we did. We played ball.
That's right.
we played ball in the social park.
Yeah.
Because the park, the field was unoccupied during the day,
Yeah.
during the week. So it was an open field. You could do what you wanted to, and the heat didn't bother us. Fuck the heat.
And you had the swings, you had the merry-go-round, the monkey bars.
Yeah. So the heat didn't bother you.
No.
You know, we just wanted to play ball. The heat didn't bother you.
Yeah.
But how did you cool off when you got home? Well, like you guys just mentioned, that little fan in the window there, and just stick your head in there, whatever, and try to endure the best you can. And that's the little story that I'd like to share with you guys about that pool inside of Social Park. Quite a wonderment, actually. Anyway, to the songs. I like both great songs. I love both of those songs very, very much. And it's a tough choice. I wouldn't like to choose, but if I have to, I'm going to go with Sly. I love that song, Hot Fun in the Summertime.
That's surprising.
I think it just got about everything. Not that Under the Boardwalk doesn't either, but a slight edge to Hot Fun in the Summertime. That's my vote there. I got a couple of confirmations from yesterday. Louise got the highest entry into Hot 100 up till 1970. That entered at number 6, and it was Let It Be by the Beatles, of course. But that magazine I was looking for, the important music trade paper in Britain, it was not the Daily Sun or whatever she said.
Okay.
Because it was, as I said, was the most important music trade paper in Britain that is still in circulation today. So we'll look for that answer. And I got a commonality for you guys. Very simple, very quick. Dave Clark 5, the Beatles, and Three Dog Night. Thanks for your time.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
Moose.
you.
Later, guys. Bye-bye.
Good morning. Who am I speaking?
Paul in Bristol.
Paul in Bristol.
Hey,
Hello,
Paul.
traveling
Hi,
man,
Paul.
Paul.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Under the Boardwalk is a classic. So Daddy, you get the vote.
Thank you.
Tom, where did Sly and the Family Stone perform the month before Woodstock?
I have no idea.
The Newport Jazz Festival. And I was
Really?
there.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
That's a nice memory.
Oh yeah, and the people crashed the gate, so it was a free concert after that, kind of like Woodstock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But, he brought the house down. Also, Al Green sang at that
Wow.
festival.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. Festival Field. Now it's a shopping center.
Wow.
Hot time in the city. Pawtucket was to get pretty bad in the summer. You know, just like when Socket, you got 6 to 12 feet between you and the house next door.
Yeah.
So I grew up in a 100-year-old cape, and of course the bedrooms were upstairs. So my father had this industrial fan. So one of the front doors was in front of the stairs to go to the bedroom. So you'd open up the door, put on the industrial fan, and my brother and I would get our pillows and sleep at the top of the stairs. and on occasion, when my parents had an air conditioner in their bedroom, on occasion we get invited to sleep on the floor in the bedroom. that was a treat. That was a treat. But back at the top of the stairs, about 4 o'clock in the morning, when the outside would get a little cooler, then you could return to your bed. But great memories, and wow.
Great story.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Those were good times. Yeah. Yeah, the city. Oh my God, I'm sure when Socket was hot as well.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And I tell you, when my folks got that little beach house in South County, we thought we died going to heaven. I mean, you would sleep like you were dead, and you'd even sleep till 8:30 in the morning. You know, that was something. It was just so cool. It was so cool. then of course the trip to either Lincoln Woods in the evening, and even better than that was Spring Lake. And of course the car had no AC, but with all the windows open, going down Route 7 to Spring Lake, you could feel it getting cooler.
Yes.
And also
Yeah.
you could swim till 8:30 at night at Spring Lake. And of course they had that 2-story slide. That was a lot of fun for
Yes.
us.
How about the little penny arcade they used to have there? Well, I think they
that
still
was-
do.
Yes, they do.
They do. Yeah, I
Yes.
guess the town owns it. There used to be a French family by the name of Poirier that owned Spring Lake, and I guess Burrowville owns it now.
Yes.
Still a great place.
Yes,
is.
nice family place.
Yeah, it's
yes.
been totally redone. It's beautiful up there now. Really.
Uh-huh.
New penny arcade, new snack bar. Everything is
Some
been
of the old
redone.
machines are still there. They
Oh
were
yeah.
refurbished.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, great memories. Oh, with that, I've got company from Florida with me. We're going to go see my brother at the Bristol Veterans Home. And with that, I'll say goodbye.
All right,
All
very
right,
good.
Paul. Bye-bye.
We have to go to a break, but before I do, down south they have a particular architectural style to help deal with the heat. Does anybody know what those houses are called?
Adobe?
No. Well, that is one actually. Yeah, I'm thinking not so much Southwest, but Mississippi-ish kind of.
I don't know.
I'll leave it out there.
I don't know.
We'll be right back.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street in Woonsocket. This is ON AM and FM.
WOON, Woonsocket.
The Valley Breeze has been a local news leader since its founding in 1996, and more people are reading our stories today than ever before. We believe our mission of making our community stronger by telling their stories is not just a tagline, but a way of life for our staff as they connect with you, our loyal readers and advertisers. Our team thanks you for always reading, always reaching out, and always helping toward our shared vision. Check out any of our 5 editions or visit valleybreeze.com for more.
This ONAM and FM forecast brought to you by A Special Place at 719 Front Street in the NeighborWorks Plaza near Champ's Diner. Their hours are Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Thursdays till 8. The phone number, 401-597-0950 for A Special Place. Mostly sunny skies today and hot with a high near 93 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, overnight low of 68. Thursday's weather, mostly sunny, 95. Heat index values go as high as 100 degrees on Thursday. Thursday night, a tiny chance of a shower, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 69. Friday, a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms starting in the late morning, and a high of 86 degrees. Then on Friday night, a 50% chance of continuing showers and thunderstorms offering some relief to the heat. Overnight low of 63. Saturday, mostly cloudy and 79. Sunday, mostly cloudy with a high of 85. And next Monday, partly sunny and 83 with a 50-50 chance of a shower. And on Tuesday, sunshine and 84.
This Tuesday and every Tuesday throughout the summer is Car Cruise Night at the Beef Barn in North Smithfield. Car Cruise Night was very popular last year. In fact, more than 200 modern and classic cars and trucks attended each week. There's no charge to participate, and it's open to the public. So make plans to be at the Beef Barn every Tuesday. Car Cruise at the Beef Barn starts at 3 p.m. Check their website in case of inclement weather. Car Cruise every Tuesday beginning at 3 p.m. at the Beef Barn, 200 Industrial Drive, North Smithfield.
We're back. Come on. There you go. There we go.
Here we go.
All right. Getting to the calls. Good morning. Who am I speaking?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, there's a voice from the past.
Carol. How you doing?
She has risen.
Yes, I have, just for the occasion. My vote is for Under the Boardwalk.
Well, thank you.
All right, Carol. Thank you.
How's life treating you in Burrowville?
Harrisville.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. It's close.
Isn't it the same thing? Isn't
you got
Harrisville like a
me.
village of Burrville? I don't
One's
know.
a Harris and one's a Burr.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Harrisville, all of those places were all supposed to be part of Pasco.
Yes.
Yes.
Pascog.
Pasco.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
or the other one. Either one works.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I've been a big city girl for my whole life, except now I'm lost in space out here.
Because there's so much of it.
It's really, that's so true.
It's a
But
little
cooling off when I was younger, I remember the Iceman coming, and my mother used to take, chip off a piece of ice and would give it to us, and we could use it on our heads, or we could eat it if we wanted to, anything like that. I mean, it was very simple,
Yeah.
But it worked.
but yeah, but it was something that we like. Oh, can we have a chip of ice, even if we weren't hot?
Yeah.
Or I remember her putting it in like a face cloth type, and that's when we put it on our foreheads
Yes.
and kind of like let it drip.
Yes. Yes.
Like I'm gonna put it on the head and let the water come down. That's about it. That's
Did you ever see the movie 9.5 Weeks?
Yes.
Okay, Carol, thank you.
Nice to hear from you.
Yes,
Yes,
Carol.
Carol.
Call again, please.
Yeah, we missed you.
Oh, thank you. I
Yeah.
miss you guys so much too.
Well, it's good to hear from you.
We never,
Thank you so
when
much.
someone stops calling, that used to be a regular. We never know if you're okay or not. So,
Keep calling.
put a note on your fridge.
Absolutely will do.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Thanks, Carol.
Thanks, Carol.
Take care, guys.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
Good morning. To whom am I speaking? I'm still
Good morning,
having
Bobby.
images going through my head here.
Hey, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby.
Gary, are you looking for shotgun houses?
I am. Good job. Yeah, shotgun houses were.
My great grandmother had one of those.
Yeah, they were
They
built.
opened the
They were built with you walk in the front door and you could see right straight through a hallway to the back door, and they call them
Pretty
shotgun
much.
houses because you could fire a shotgun from one side to the other.
Oh, okay.
And
That's interesting.
and you leave them both open, you get a cross breeze, and it was a kind of a clever cooling system.
I learned something new today.
Sometimes it would cool off.
I'm surprised that it was limited. I'm sure, but if it's 110 degrees out there, you might get it down to 100.
Well, my great grandmother didn't mind. She'd just sit there and fan herself. But and you were mentioning that little cement pond in your local area. We had a similar one in the town I grew up in. It was Chaddock Park, and they had, I guess it was a wading pool, maybe 2.5 feet deep at its deepest end. And they would drain it every night and fill it every morning, and of course it's well water, so it's a little chilly. And I remember, of course, I was a little kid. I was like 6 or 7, 8 years old, and I could roam around all I wanted. I remember it being this huge place, and it probably wasn't. They had the pool, they had the playground area, which had those leg-scorching metal slides, and those animal rocking.
Yes,
Train car
on the big
spring.
giant springs.
Yeah, train car spring things.
Yep.
And out back there was a ball field. So I remember it being huge, but more than likely it they had trees and everything. But I haven't been back to Oklahoma in more than 50 years, so
Oh, wow.
it's probably a tiny little place. But I remember the little pool. My dad taught me how to swim. He tossed me in the pool and said, "Swim, boy."
And did you come back up?
Yeah, I came back up sputtering, and my dad wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. We'll just leave it at that. But that's how I learned to swim.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that
And
was
I
one
still
thing growing up, my father made sure that we all knew how to swim. He told my mother that because we used to go camping all the time. And he's like, they all need to, was 7 of us, need to know how to swim. So we all had swimming lessons.
I took swimming lessons in 3 different towns. Franklin at the municipal pool, which wasn't a pool really, but it was up by the old high school. And that was Mrs. Metcalf used to, with her what do you call it, the rubber hat there,
Yes.
the bathing
Oh, the bathing
cap.
cap.
Yeah, with the ear things flipped up.
Yeah.
She was a severe woman, and she was like a Nazi teaching swimming lessons. You will blow bubbles.
Yeah.
So,
And
but
it
yeah,
was,
I'm sorry.
it was also Lake Eufaula.
Where?
Lake Eufaula. It's a huge 800 square mile lake there in Oklahoma that we probably went swimming in or wading in, and there's just miles and miles and miles of that lake.
Nice.
And my aunt lived up in the hills north of us, and behind her house was the creek. And you could go wading in that. You didn't mind critters biting you.
And
Well,
the
you-
water was always cold.
You and I are probably the only country boys, at least calling in or listening. And we had.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a few of them out there, but I mean, I moved to Massachusetts when I was 10, so this is all memories from when I was a little kid.
Yeah, well, that's what we're talking about. I had a swimming hole right on our own property at the southern, I should say this, the rear border of our property was bordered by the Mill River, and we had a swimming hole there, and it was, we never touched bottom. Right now, that's 2 feet deep, but back then it was a good 8 feet deep.
Wow.
And we would go down there, and that was just that was it. We would just play down there, and then I graduated to go to the town beach in Mendon. And where I learned, I took swimming lessons and then taught swimming lessons, and I would just hide there until dark, because if I went home, my mother was going to find something for me to do.
Always.
But it was great.
That's a smart thing to do then.
It was
My
great.
brother's house is in Norfolk on Kingsbury Pond. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that area.
No.
My stepfather bought the house. It was originally a summer cottage in 1963. My stepfather bought it for like $3,000 or $4,000, and that became the family home. And my brother bought it from my parents in the mid '80s. And right now, that house is probably worth just under $1 million.
Wow.
Well, it's waterfront property.
Nice investment.
Kingsbury Pond is supposedly in its deepest end bottomless. And I remember as a teenager floating around on truck tire inner tubes in the middle of that pond. And my mother would admonish me saying, Bob, you don't know how to swim. What's going to happen if that tube goes down? I said, one of 2 things. I'm going to drown, or I'm going to learn to swim real quick.
All right. We got to get some other calls here, Bob. Thank you.
All right, that is it for now for memories.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. To who am I speaking?
Good morning, Wavy Davy.
Good
Yes,
morning,
sir.
Davy Davy.
I don't know whether to talk about the heat. Well, I was going to say this is heat Wavy Davy, but I don't know whether to talk about the heat first or my vote on the song. Nobody mentioned because I remember sprinkler systems or whatever when to cool off. I grew up in Woonsocket in the city. My kids even, they used to, go and run through the sprinkler, And we've been talking about this whole thing of, air conditioning and stuff when I first got married. And we lived, I raised 3 little girls, and we lived on the 3rd floor on Social Street. And, we just got through it all with, that big box fan. We placed it strategically either here or there. We got through the summer with those fans, and but now, just yesterday I put the air conditioner in my parlor and one in my kitchen, in the window. The songs today, couldn't have picked. Those were the two. I'm going to go, Wavy Davy's going to go with Chatty Cathy.
Okay, thank you.
And you played that song, and I said, and then I almost knew what song Tom was going to pick, and that's the one he played. And it was a running second place throughout my mind, I was almost going to switch over and go with that one. Hot Fun in the Summertime, those are the only, and then the one Under the Boardwalk. Do you remember that Saturday Night Live? They did a sketch with Under the Boardwalk, and it was the men were all in a bathroom stalls or whatever. And I'm going to have to look it up again and see it. They're all tapping their foot.
That's way back with Gilda Radner and that crew.
Way back.
Yeah, I think I
have. The early sketches. You remember it, Charlie.
I kind of
and
sort of do.
They show the men's feet, tapping their feet. They're all in their stalls. The bathroom. Sing along to that.
Oh, because you got the acoustics.
Yeah. I do remember that.
I'm gonna have to look it up again because I remember the sketch, the little, and it was using that song, French fries and cook. But then Hot Fun, came a close second in my mind, so it was tough to choose. But I'll go with Under the Boardwalk.
All right, thank you, Dave. We gotta go to a break. We'll be right
Dave.
back.
ON 1240. Join us at the Honey Shop Academy and embark on a journey of discovery, healing, and creativity. Whether you seek solace in meditation, rejuvenation through sound, artistic expression through paint, or spiritual insights through cards, we invite you to explore, learn, and grow in our welcoming and nurturing space. Embrace the magic within and unlock your true potential at the Honey Shop Academy. Now, it's right in the same location as the Honey Shop store, actually another portion of the building, the former CMM picture frame. And here's what's coming up. You have to buy your tickets in advance. On Friday, the 21st of June, 6 to 8 p.m., it's paint night with Angela's Magical Palette. Then on Saturday, the 22nd, from 10 in the morning till noon, it's Moon Energy Meditation. Join us for the meditational experience that aligns with the mystical energies of the moon, water, Reiki, and intuitive card readings. And then, on Sunday the 23rd, at 2 sessions, 11 to 12 and 12:30 to 1:30, Healing Sounds Bath. At the Honey Shop Academy, the former CMM picture frame, same building as the Honey Shop store. Call 766-1488. That's 401-766-1488 for tickets or purchase them from the Facebook event ticket link. The Honey Shop.
Hi, I'm Greg Bell, the host of When Radio Was.
Why, Mortimer! Bill! Is that you under that blindfold?
Bill, with this thing on, I can't see who I am.
No, I imagine not. Can't you see anything at all under that blindfold?
On a clear day, I can see the blindfold.
You can?
Yeah.
When Radio Was, shows from the past for today's imaginations.
When Radio Was airs Monday through Friday, right here on ON 1240 Radio at 11 a.m. and 11 p.m.
This ON 1240 forecast brought to you by Murphy's Gas on Social Street in Woonsocket, who reminds you that more germs are passed at self-service pumps than almost anywhere else. Murphy's Gas on Social Street provides personal service at or below self-serve prices while you remain in the comfort of your vehicle. And unlike other stations, it's the same price, cash or credit. A smarter, safer way to buy gas. Murphy's Gas, 1023 Social Street, Woonsocket. Mostly sunny skies today and hot with a high near 93 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, overnight low of 68. Thursday's weather, mostly sunny, 95. Heat index values go as high as 100 degrees on Thursday. Thursday night, a tiny chance of a shower, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 69. Friday, a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms starting in the late morning and a high of 86 degrees. Then on Friday night, a 50% chance of continuing showers and thunderstorms offering some relief to the heat. Overnight low of 63. Saturday, mostly cloudy and 79. Sunday, mostly cloudy with a high of 85. And next Monday, partly sunny and 83 with a 50-50 chance of a shower. And on Tuesday, sunshine and 84.
All right, we're back, and let's get right to the calls. Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Good morning, folks. Dave from North Providence. How are you today?
Hi, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Great topic today about cooling off. It brings back a lot of great memories from early summers, you know?
Yeah.
We actually had I grew up in East Providence. We had a swimming hole called the Tarzan Swing, which, as you might think, had a big rope that you would swing into and dive into the middle. So obviously it was full of junk in there, too, tires and all kinds of stuff, but that's all we had back in the day, so that's how we cooled off. Yeah. But my song for the day, I'd have to go with Sly and the Family Stone.
Thank you.
All right.
That's all good, guys. Have such a great day and stay cool.
All right, Dave. Thank you. Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Good morning, everyone. It's Louise.
Hey, Louise.
First of all, I have to say I do like both songs, but I have to vote for Sly and the Family Stone.
Thank you, Louise.
It was always one of my favorite groups, and when I had to switch my media from cassettes to CDs, that was one of the first dozen or so CDs that I bought with Sly. Had to keep him in my library. Memories of cooling down. My mother was one of 6 siblings, and one of the middle sisters married a man from Coventry, and the family that she married into owned the whole street. Literally, it was a private drive, I should say. And the father lived at the top of the hill, and each of the brothers lived had their own property on the hill. And my uncle had the middle house, and he built a huge pool, probably about, I would say, 20 by 40 feet, in-ground pool. My father helped with the cement work and the coping, and it began a tradition every Sunday in the summer, starting with Memorial Day and ending on Labor Day. All the siblings that were available would meet at this aunt's house every weekend in the summer. And it got to the point where we just called it the pool. Are we going to the pool this Sunday? Are we going to the pool? And I took it for granted for many years, both as a child and as an adult. And it took a particular birthday of my father's. It was a milestone birthday. He liked the ocean, so we spent the day near Narragansett, and I took him to lunch at Aunt Carrie's, and I happened to meet this waitress. The waitress that was serving us was a recent grad from the Boston Conservatory. And I was like, what brings you to Narragansett? And she said, oh, every year my family rents the same house, and this is how we spent our summer. And she says, but it's nothing big. It's just a shack. But, this is how we spend our summer. And I remember driving home saying, gee, we were never rich enough to have that. Yeah. We couldn't rent our own place near Narragansett. So I'm driving home, and I'm thinking, no, but we had something better.
That's
we
right.
Had the pool. We had the pool. And shortly after that, both of my aunt and uncle had passed. And I took the opportunity to tell my cousins, sorry, I get emotional just thinking about it.
That's okay.
But what a gift! What a gift to be with, a dozen cousins every week, your aunts and uncles every week, the generosity of that aunt and uncle to build that as a focal point to the family to gather every week. What a gift.
Yes.
Yep.
You're
I don't take
very
it
lucky.
for granted anymore.
You're very lucky.
So with that, I bid you a good day.
All right.
Thanks,
Louise.
Yeah, imagine
that was nice.
The relationships that were formed
Yes.
during that kind of history.
We don't. Families are just so fractured now, or scattered everywhere. We don't. I don't know. We just don't do it. Like with her growing up, our thing was camping. We went camping every single summer. We had 7 kids, and it was the cheapest form of a getaway for my parents. For us, we had a tent. We didn't have a camper. We slept in a tent, and all the campsites around us were all family members. So it was like we were all together all summer long. My father would go to work, my uncles would go to work, but the moms and the kids would stay at the campsites, and we'd all have dinners together and everything. It was, yeah, we just don't do that anymore.
No, we were camping, but we weren't going anywhere. That's how we lived for a few years in my house. Good morning. To my speaking.
Kevin Swavey Davy again. I forgot when I called to just throw a guess at Moose's commonality. He said it was easy, very easy. And Dave Clark 5, and the Beatles, that's 4, and Three Dog Night is 3. So 3, 4, 5. I don't know if that's it or.
Could be.
Could be. Yeah.
Fits.
You know, he said it was easy. I'm going to throw out this easy commonality. All right, that's it.
All right. Thank you. Good morning. To my speaking.
Good morning. It's Lance. How are you today?
Hi,
Hey, Lance. You know, I've been thinking about you a lot today during this heat. Can you do your work in this kind of weather?
No, it's too hot. The mix won't go down right, and it's not fair to the guys and girls that work with me to do that. But no, not it's way too hot, and it won't come out right. It's just not a good viable solution.
I remember we couldn't work on roofs when it was this hot. You just ruined the shingles.
No, it's absolutely unbearable. It's not fair. You know what I mean? So, plus the quality is paramount. So. But I'm proud to say I'm in tears over here from Louise's memory.
Wasn't that nice? That was really nice.
Oh, that was powerful.
Yes.
And I thank her for that. And the
Absolutely.
second song today, I got to keep it short because I'm welding up over here. The second song fit today much better than the first one, even though they're both great. So, but anyway, great day, everybody, and a big hug for Louise.
Thank you, Lance.
Yes,
Thanks,
thank you.
Lance.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Studio vote. Marie.
Under the boardwalk.
Under the boardwalk.
Sly.
Boardwalk.
Sly.
It is.
Under the boardwalk.
9 to
What's this?
7.
9 to 7? Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, Under the Boardwalk.
Hey, Tom,
Yeah, I always
it's
loved
fine
that
now.
song growing up. And I think maybe I just heard it too much.
Why, Tom?
No, I
Right,
see.
Tom.
I
Come
know.
on, all those people out there that want to hear some Sly Stone,
Yeah.
you can vote now.
Yeah, he doesn't want to have to make supper tonight.
Good morning.
Yeah, Tom Beck.
You've been holding back, I know, but
Somebody
Hello?
put the radio on.
somebody from outer space.
Somebody's got their radio on.
Oh,
All right, we're gonna ask that person to. Well, we'll try it again.
I think that was a vote for Sly.
No.
I heard Sly in there.
Whoever the
somewhere.
call,
I
whoever
think I
the
heard
caller
that.
is, whoever the caller is, hang up and call back, please.
Shut the radio off.
yeah.
Shut your radio off. But yeah. So there we go.
Here we go.
Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
This is Larry from Blackstone.
Larry
Hi,
from
Larry.
Blackstone.
Yeah, I call once in a while.
Okay.
I'm calling about the cooling off in the summer when we were young.
Yes.
I grew up in Franklin on Pond Street, and my mother would always take us to her sister's, my aunt, on Main Street in Medway. And we would always end up at Choate Park.
Choate Park with the brown water.
Yeah. That would be the cooling off spot when I was young.
Yep.
Yeah, it would all end up there and pretty much make a day of it.
I took swimming lessons there one summer, and but Choate Park, my family, we used to, the bridge in the back.
Yeah.
We used to go horn pouting over there at night in the summertime.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was fun.
There was
Get a-
always something to do.
Yep. My grandfather. You say Pond Street in Franklin or Medway?
I grew up on Pond Street, Franklin, right in front of the Kennedy School.
Because my grandfather was on Pond Street in Medway, which is right up the street from Choate Park.
Oh yeah, where the Cumberland Farm on the corner there.
Yes.
Yep.
Just down
I
there
know
on the
every
left.
inch of that town.
What years were you growing up there?
Well, let me see. Born in 58, so around 67, 8, 9.
Yeah, okay.
Around then.
I don't know if my grandfather.
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah,
my grandfather
early
was
60s.
still there, but just a little bit prior to that, where the Cumberland Farms was my grandfather's vegetable stand that I worked at on summers.
Wow. No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
when there was nothing on
used
that
to
street.
have,
There was the Fernandes
no,
supermarket.
there was nothing there.
Fernandes supermarket,
Fernandes.
and that's about it.
Yeah, Medway Block.
Yeah, Medway Block. Of course, they own that whole corner where the Cumberland Farms was. Then you had Gormley's down the street, and
Right,
the bar.
Gormley's Cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
That was that by
memories.
Four Corners, right?
Was Reska's, the gas station, on the corner?
Yeah.
Right next to Gormley's, and yeah, those were days.
Yeah, that was my stomping ground, all around that area, Franklin and Medway.
Yeah, I grew up on well, I didn't grow up on Lincoln Street, but we lived on Lincoln Street for a couple of years back in like 59, 60. I went to the brick school in Franklin for first grade. Me and Warren.
I
well,
went
we
to,
haven't heard from Warren for a while, but
I went to Horace Mann.
Horace Mann, yeah, and then there was the other school was Thayer, and there was Parmenter.
Parmenter, yep. Yep, off of King Street, yep.
Yeah.
I went there too.
I've told the story before about when I went to Parmenter to get my vaccination for first grade. I pulled the fire alarm.
Oh boy.
Bad boy.
Yeah, troublemakers.
I still have the newspaper clipping.
Yep.
My brother, my brother cut it out of the newspaper and showed it to all his friends. Say, "Oh, what a stupid brother he had."
Did he laminate it?
Yeah. Back then, our parents wouldn't let us stay in the house all day.
No.
Oh God, no.
You were
Find something to
out.
do, or I'll find it for you.
Absolutely. Yep.
Exactly.
You went home for lunch, supper,
Yep,
and then
yep.
when the street lights came on, you were in the house.
Yeah.
Street lights, you
After
city
lunch,
people.
You were back
That's what
outside.
it was.
As soon as they were on, that was it. You were in the house.
Cool to get home.
Yep.
We always found something to do.
Oh,
Yes.
always.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always. And then when we got bicycles, then we'd really cover some ground. You know?
Yes.
Yes.
And I heard earlier somebody mentioned Kingsbury Ponds, and we used to go there too. We'd ride on bicycles there.
Yeah, that's in Norfolk, the next town over from Franklin.
Yeah, in Norfolk.
That was that was
we'd
a
bike
ride.
all the way there. Yep. No problem at that age, though.
No. And you could do that back then. The traffic wasn't like it is now.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, right. Now I'm 66. I got an electric bike. All right, guys. Be
All right,
good.
great hearing from you. I love hearing people that had some of the same experiences I had when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Is he gonna
That's
vote?
why I called.
Thank you, Larry.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
You didn't ask him to vote.
Oh, I didn't ask him to vote.
No, we didn't.
Oh, he didn't vote. But
Nope.
That's all right. He didn't care about that.
No.
No.
What's the score? 9-7?
Yes.
9-7. Well, I
So
think we're good.
that's two people we didn't ask to vote, and the vote we're going to vote for.
That's
flying
it.
in
They
there.
probably been tied up. Oh well, you lose.
I had an email vote yesterday for my song, but I didn't need it because I already won. I won.
I think I got a bunch of them coming in right now.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. I hear it going off.
So Boardwalk is taking it today.
It has, yes.
Yeah, you can't beat the nostalgia sometimes.
Where you getting the pizza from tonight, old man?
So, all right, and with that, we're going to say goodbye, and Eddie and I will be going up against each other tomorrow, both with the same song by different people. So
Yes,
let's see,
and it was nice having Marie on the side of me today.
and it was.
Thank
Marie, haircut looks very cool.
Yeah, it's short,
got
but
it.
I get it all
She's got
tied
it
up.
up.
I
Yeah.
get
All
it
right.
tied up.
And with that, we'll say goodbye, and thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Bye.
WOON Woonsocket. This